Good morning, class. It is Monday, March 16th. I will be posting this video to the course shell as well, but it's a little bit after 9 a.m. So the reason I am doing these videos is we have to remember that our class is not an online class, is that this is a seated class that is transitioned online. So I'm going to attempt to maintain some sort of normalcy in this kind of atypical moment, right? So I'll continue to post these videos, whether it's to supplement other information, to do some lecturing perhaps, right? Those kinds of things to maintain as much of a connection as we can despite us doing this transition to online. And I understand that this is probably a difficult time for you as well, right? Going from seated to online practically overnight. And the reason I'll use YouTube is because they have an auto captioning feature. It's not accurate, but I can work to edit the transcripts versus using Google Hangouts, which I am not sure if that auto captioning is as accurate as YouTube is, but I'm currently waiting to hear back from some people at TU, and then they'll let me know, right? So I appreciate your patience. I just need to make sure, right, that there's some captioning associated with this video. So a couple of reasons for these videos, as I mentioned. So just to recap, right, to maintain some connection here. It's easy to get isolated, right, in a case like this, and especially by having these videos for you being able to see me, right, it can help maintain some of the normalcy or whatever the term would be for that. So, and then also, right, for the captioning option. So transitioning over to what you should be doing for today, and then I'll speak on what you should do for this week, is that I want you to start off by watching the crash course video on the 1960s. If you've watched these crash course U.S. history videos before, then you're probably familiar with the format. They can be very informative. Now, I will say the host is not funny. Terrible jokes, no offense, but it's not intended to be, you know, a very serious kind of historical video. It deals with serious historical themes, and that's why I picked these videos. But so bear with, you know, the videos, but he goes over a lot of important things that you should be thinking about during the 1960s. All kinds of changes, right? Student protests, JFK, LBJ, everywhere you look, there are things that are happening in America during the 1960s. The Civil Rights Movement, Vietnam, right? The student protest movement, all of these different things demonstrated that the post-war experiment, if you will, or at least the post-war lived experience, is not going to be as smooth as policymakers said it would be after World War II, right? There's going to be a lot of tensions in American society. So watch that video, familiarize yourself with the 1960s from that video, and then begin the quiz. The quiz has to do with the Zinn readings, so make sure you've done the readings for this week, surprises in particular, that chapter, right? But also read the others. You should be maintaining, you know, the reading kind of schedule that you normally had. And once you've kind of gone over everything that you need to go over, open up the quiz that is posted in our course section, download it into Microsoft Word, and then respond to the prompt. Now, since this is an open note kind of quiz, I will be expecting you to cite specific examples from the Zinn readings. Remember that you do not and should not be using outside sources for this assignment. This is the quiz tied to the Zinn readings. So you're going to be responding to a question about the Attica prison riots, a very important moment, right, in the United States kind of history of policing and prisons. This is the beginning of the carceral state, right? The new Jim Crow, if you will, is the mass incarceration kind of moment in the United States that we still live with today. But the Attica prison riots demonstrated how this protest culture of the 1960s, or this desire, right, to change and challenge some inequalities, came to a head even in the prison system in the United States. So your question will be asking you to respond to that. Make sure you put in some good effort, some good analysis for that. And then just upload it into the assignment Dropbox. That is also in this week's folder. So once you've completed that, right, you have finished your assignments for today, because this will take you roughly about the 75 minutes of our meeting, right? Maybe a little bit longer if you don't manage your time effectively, but either way, right, that's what you'll be doing for today. Now, what you'll be doing for this week is continuing, right, to engage with the 1960s, and we'll have an open forum kind of analysis and response on Thursday. It's going to be quite interesting, actually, what I have planned. So we'll see how it goes. I'll give you an update, Thursday morning in the same kind of way, and I'll post some resources as well for you to prepare for that. But you should at least read the Guardian article that is posted in this courses folder for this week too, about the Summer of Love, which is this important moment in the 1960s. Because today we're going to be talking about activism and things like that, but of course this is in the 20th century American music class, and for a lot of people, myself included, right, the 1960s is this amazing moment of American music. Everywhere you look, right, all kinds of fascinating new forms of music, and then also older traditional forms of music, right, remain relevant during the 1960s. So you'll see this kind of whiplash pace of new forms of expression, new forms of culture, the hippies, the counterculture, etc., how they are interacting with music, and we'll have a fun kind of assignment for Thursday that will count as our analysis and response. So just get your stuff done for today and then start going through the Guardian article at least by tomorrow night, so you're familiar with it, and then the fun assignment, right, that we'll do Thursday, I'll send out another video update about that. Next, finally, the final announcement is the grading update. So I'm still reading through your rough drafts. Those will take me about a week and a half to 2 weeks, right? Some of you put in some great effort, right? These are excellent projects, and I'm excited to see them come together in these next few weeks. I'm not positive that we'll be meeting in person for the rest of the semester, but we will see what happens. Either way, you still keep up with your research and your writing, and you'll get some comments back from me on your drafts, and then, continue to push through that paper and all of those things. So I'll get those back to you right in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, because I read these thoroughly, as I do with your exams, for better or for worse, right? For you at least, but it is what it is. I'm going to take my time in reading these to make sure you get the feedback that you need that is constructive. For your discussion post from last week, or your debate post, excellent job on that. There were some really great points about this idea of Elvis, his relationship with race, right? So continue to think like that. Your analytical skills, all of you, right? From, if you think back to January and our first kind of analysis in response, when we started our first true one, right, with Hawaiian music and whether it was a form of white supremacy and this appropriation of Hawaiian culture, is you all have come such a long way, right, over the last couple months in your analysis and how you engage with these prompts. So keep up the good work there. I'll get those grades uploaded tonight, and then we'll just keep moving forward. Your quizzes, now that it's going to be posted digitally online, I'll have those done tomorrow afternoon, and then those will be uploaded as well. So continue to keep updated, keep a good schedule, all of those things. And then if you have any questions, right, feel free to reach out to me. I'm available during my normal office hours. Just shoot me an email. If you want to call me, I have my Google text number in the syllabus that I've had all year. Shoot me a text if you want through the Google text. Type in that number. It goes to my cell phone, but it's not my personal number. So yeah, send me a text if you have a question, anything. So let's try to maintain some connection here during this time of separation, right? And let's remember that this is a seated class that is transitioned online. This is not an online class, right? So we want to try to maintain, as I've mentioned numerous times, some normalcy to this, and keep watch on your email, and I'll do the same. But as always, just email me with any questions. It's now about 9:10 roughly, so I'll get this uploaded to YouTube and then let it do the captioning process, and then send you out a link once the captions get done that has a transcript attached to it. But again, just email me with any questions. Have a good day.